It's our third lesson from the book English Plus 2 Students Book, and we're going to talk about future tense with be going to and will. I hope you're having a great time of the day and hope you're enjoying your vacation or you're staying at home and doing useful things. So let's go. So let's talk about be going to plus verb 1. No, the verb doesn't change. So when do we use it? We use be going to plus verb for predictions, for plans and intentions. Well, plans and intentions are the same thing. Intention is just it's like your plan, but it's also like your wish of doing something. Example, it is going to rain tomorrow. It's an example of prediction. And I am going to have a go at fitness. It's an example of plan. Now, if you notice the structure be, we have is and we have am here, and going to. In the first example, we have rain. The verb doesn't change, that's the main verb. And going to, we have have as a verb in the phrase have a go at. Let's go further. Be going to plus verb. And now a lot of people, a lot of students ask me like, when we talk about future tense with going to, they ask me like, oh, where is be in the sentence if we say be going to plus verb? Actually, the be is for am as are, and I'm going to I've written examples here precisely what for each of the pronoun for each of the subject, where we use am, is, and are, and that's our be in the sentences. The first sentence, I'm going to have a go at home fitness. He's going to have a go at home fitness. She is, etc. It is cannot go and have a go at fitness. It is going to rain tomorrow. So, and we are going to have a go at fitness. You are and they are. So that's the verb be that changes in future tense would be going to. The rest of the sentence remains the same. The main verb doesn't change. Only verb be changes. So we have verb be going to plus verb 1, which is the main verb. All right, now let's talk about negative, positive, and questions. Why did I say negative first? I don't know why. So example in the first one is positive example or affirmative. For instance, she's going to have a go at home fitness. And when it's negative, we change the verb be, isn't. She isn't going to have a go at home fitness. And when it's the question, verb be will always come first. In this context, in this example, it is, so we will put is first here. Is she going to have a go at home fitness? And the answer will be yes, she is. If it's positive answer, and if it's negative, no, she isn't. Right in the corner, you can see at the corner contractions when it's negative. I'm not. You can shortly write like I'm not. Is, if it is not, you will write isn't. Are, when it's are not, you will write aren't in the negative contraction form. Now let's talk about will. Will we use also for predictions, but for more personal predictions, and not like about weather, but for your own personal predictions, for somebody, for a friend, or for a person you know, or for your team. Now, and we also use will plus a verb in future tense for future facts. Now, the first example is about personal prediction. They will lose the game. They're playing badly. You are watching the game, so that's why you're saying they will lose the game. Another example for future fact. It's also a positive example. And I will be at home tomorrow. That's a future fact. Tomorrow I'm going to be at home. And after tomorrow I'll be at home. And the day after tomorrow I'll also be at home. I'm going to be at home. I'll be at home like 3 weeks. I guess so. Let's move on further. So will plus verb, affirmative, negative question also. Examples for each of them. Now in the affirmative or positive, they will lose the game, the first example. And when it's negative, we use will not. So shortly we can write, as you can see in the contraction, won't. They won't lose the game. All right. And when it's a question, will must come before the subject, and will be first. So we will say, will they lose the game? And question mark, question mark, question mark. Sometimes students forget about the question mark. You need to write the question mark when it's a question. And short answer, yes, they will, or no, comma, they won't. Don't forget about the comma as well, after yes and no in the short answers. Let's move on further. Let's move on backwards. Now I'm going to go with some exercises first in the student's book. Yeah, there you go. And that's your student's book. Language focus on page, let's see the page, let me show you the page, 71. All right. So let's do some exercises. These are some of the exercises that you will have to do on your own. That's for your classwork. And you can send it to my email or to my WhatsApp, your answers, and I'll check them with pleasure, with big pleasure. And let's go with the first one. I'm just going to explain what you need to do in this exercise. First one is here, be going to, right? So in this exercise, you need to order the words to make sentences. So you need to put them in the correct order. These are the sentences from the text. So if you have difficulty in doing this exercise, you can check on page 70 the text. You can see the exact sentences written in the text, so you can write them correctly. And let's move on with the second exercise. It says, studying the information and complete the sentences about plants, about Karen's plants and her dad's plants. Now, example sentence, if you see a cross, it's positive. If you see a tick, it's negative. So, example sentence about finding more sponsor about Karen's dad. Karen's dad is going to find more sponsors. Yeah, that's for plants, and for plants we use be going to plus the main verb. And you need to do about the rest of them, about Karen and her dad, about journalists, etc., and etc., about the managers as well. Good. Number 3, exercise 3, you need to write sentences about your plans. Using the negative form of be going to. All right, you can write them down and just send them to me in WhatsApp or email as well. A tennis club next year, join. So it's about your plans. Are you really going to join a tennis club or not? If it's yes, you will say yes. I'm going to join. You will write I'm going to join a tennis club next year. If it's not about you, you will say I'm not going to join a tennis club next year. Just like the example below. All right, let's go above. Exercise 4, will and be going to. In this exercise, you need to tell which one is a plan from these two sentences and which one is a prediction. As easy as that, as simple as that. And exercise 5, you need to write sentence with be going to for plans and intentions, and will for predictions. Thanks God, it's just not an am is are exercise. When it's am is are exercise, they say am, is, or are. Sometimes students use or as the verb be and try to put it somewhere in the text, in the blanks. So it's just about be going to and will, so use each of them for predictions of plans correctly. Now, how do you know? Well, example, I think that our team will win. Well, that's a prediction. That's not a plan. That's why we are using will here. Because you see your team is playing good, and they say, oh, I think our team will win. The players tomorrow morning, and meet is the verb. So this is a plan. They're planning to meet. So for plan, you will need to use be going to here correctly. The players are they. So you need to think of the correct form of verb be for players and write it down correctly. All right, that's it with exercise 5. We're going to skip exercise 6 you need to do. And here in exercise 7, you need to write a sentence about your plans again. About your plans and predictions. Use the ideas in the box, your own ideas, and discuss with a partner. you can not discuss, unfortunately. But if you still want to discuss some questions, you can share your thoughts with your classmates, I guess, in the WhatsApp group. You have your WhatsApp group, so that would be cool. And here, I'm going to give you an example about predictions and plans. You have the time expression here, and you have the examples here. 1, 2, 3, 4 examples. So let's be like finish this book. I'm going to. So it's let's say I have a plan. I have a plan of finishing this book that I'm reading, uh, and I'm going to say like I'm going to finish this book one day. No, not one day. I'm going to finish this book today and right now. Um, I will try it at least. So yeah, use be going to or um, will appropriately, correctly. All right, that's it basically here. And let's go back to our slides here. As for your homework, it's going to be page 57, your workbook. Last time I told you it's page 50, page 56, 57 again, but actually it was 56 previously in the previous lesson, in our first lesson, I believe. And this time it's going to be page 57 actually, which is about the grammar exercise about future tense with be going to and will. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Have a great time. Make good use of your time. See you.